So, low-level WebRTC protocols. This course is built around this protocol architecture or protocol stack that we have in WebRTC. We talk about the different protocols, network protocols that are used by WebRTC in order to run and operate and function properly. Unlike the architecture course, what we do here is we look at what goes on in the network, the structure of the messages themselves, what you need to do there, and how that manifests itself in the API, on the network, and in the statistics.
Yes, and we also do a lot of Wireshark lessons because that is the tool that you'll end up using most.
Definitely. There are 3 modules in the course. There's the introduction module with this video. So welcome to our course. And then there is the heart of the course, which is the foundations module, where we go one by one over all of these layers. At the end, we recap everything to see what we've learned. So let's see what's in the foundations.
Good. So we start at the lowest bit of the stack, which is the stun messages that are getting sent between either a WebRTC client and a stun server or two WebRTC clients. And then we move on to DTLS, which is the step that comes after stun. So once you have a stun connection, you can start sending DTLS messages. And from there, we move to RTP and RTCP, which are the protocols used to transfer actual media. We look at how RTCP works, how RTCP, the feedback protocol for it, works. And then we also look at RTP header extensions, which are a common design pattern used in WebRTC. And then we talk about how you actually protect the media that you're sending. So we use SRTP for that, and that relates to DTLS on one end and RTP, RTCP on the other. And we also need to talk a bit about demultiplexing, which is the really lowest bit in the stack, because when you receive a packet, you need to know, is this stun, is this DTLS, is this SRTP, in order to process this in the right parts of your code.
And that's because we're sending all of them at the end of the day on the exact same socket connection.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also need to talk about turn, which is used sometimes to get around network address translation. And also how ICE puts all these things like stun and turn together, exchanges candidates, and establishes a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, the data channel and SCTP, which is the protocol used to implement WebRTC data channels, is also an important topic to talk about. And of course, we also have things like UDP and TCP and how the packets are transported over them at the lowest layer. And then we also have some relationship with RTCP messages like sender reports, receiver reports, negative acknowledgements, picture loss indication, and so on.